Test. This one's not on. Bet it was warmer at home. So. Test. So we have Will Power from Team Penske in here. He's playing the drums. Will, let's.
Not much to talk about, so I thought he'd entertain you in some way.
Let's talk about what you saw from the windscreen today, or the aero screen. You had the opportunity to follow Scott McLaughlin.
Yes.
Interesting, helpful.
Yeah, it was. Actually, I really wish someone ran in the wet, so we can know where all the water gets in. We already saw areas of water that the water was getting in, and it seems like it needs a lip around the top because water drips in as you drive. The windscreen's great; it just clears. So yeah, that's the sort of things we were trying to find out.
You had mixed temperatures. I mean, you're dealing with some different temperatures. How was fogging? Any issue with that?
No fogging for me. Obviously didn't run that long, but yeah, definitely water leaking in the bottom of the screen, up into the inside of the screen. There's some water dripping in on the steering wheel and on your visor. That would be an easy fix with just a little. I mean, yeah, it would have been nice to run raining when it's really raining. There's a lot more water than what running behind Scott was.
Questions for Will?
Was there any kind of solvent on the windshield, on the aero screen?
No, it's a couple. We had some tear-offs, but nothing else.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know whether they put any Rain-X or anything on.
Tear-offs? Okay, any pulls?
No, we don't pull them, but they're on there to protect it. Yeah.
They just got done with the big repaving project out here. Did you notice any of the differences?
Nah, we will tomorrow if it's dry. Yeah. Yeah, it's just kind of putting around.
When you say the water was coming from the bottom of the windshield, do you mean like through the vents? Or?
I don't think it's through the vents. It might be leaking up, some sealed or yeah. They'll look into it. Yeah.
Okay, we've also got Pato Award. We didn't have a chance to talk to you. Did you actually make it on the track, or were you just on pit lane?
We did one lap. We did one lap to try and see if we could get any heat into the brakes. It was really tough. It was, I guess, not enough laps. It felt like it obviously got a bit warmer than what it is when it's just sitting there, but not quite enough to really push or to get any grip into the tire. It was pretty hard.
You had the chance to experience the aero screen a couple of months ago. What was your impressions then, and what is your opinion now?
I think I was pretty impressed with it, honestly, because it's a first try. It is an add-on to the car. It's not like it's built into it. So it's definitely it was done very well. I think it was done the best way it could have been done. I'm excited to see whenever the new car comes out and see how it really incorporates into a car that's developed around the aero screen or with the aero screen. But I think safety-wise, obviously, it's going to be safer. I think just not that it's such an issue, but we'll definitely feel quite a bit of difference whenever it's hot and humid, because it is quite hard to get air into the area we're at to circulate. We have to be going quite a bit faster to really feel anything. And usually the sensation when you lift your visor and you're sweating, you would lift it to clear out the sweat or something, but it didn't seem to be the case when I tested in Sebring. So there's going to be some things we're going to have to work through, but I think as a first try, it was pretty remarkable.
I would ask you both about Jimmy Johnson being here, and his stated interest in some road and street course racing in the future in this series, maybe as soon as next year. I know you probably had a chance to talk to him, and he was in your pit advice.
I think that'd be pretty cool to have him.
Yeah, it'd be very cool. Yeah, I see him out of the go-kart track and run around there, so he's getting practice. But yeah, could be very good for this series. No.
Would you like to?
Yeah, I would. Yeah,
Yeah.
on oval. See how it is. Yeah.
It looks interesting.
Bruce?
For both of you, after waiting all off season, you have a chance to go out and test. Was today like finding out what your Christmas gift is, but you can't play with it for another day?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was. It was very tough.
Because it didn't feel like what we usually feel in the car.
Yeah.
It's just sliding around everywhere.
But just to hold the anticipation of finally getting a chance to get out there.
Yeah. I mean, all day yesterday we were like, oh, we get to drive tomorrow, and today we get one lap. Installation.
That's about right. Yeah, I mean, man, I wish we were like 2 days later. Even one day, because it might be nice tomorrow for a while and then get all that Thursday. But yeah, a lot of sets of tyres to burn up tomorrow.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice to have.
Yeah, it'll be a long day. It won't be a long lunch. Like, you'll be going.
And for Will, was it kind of strange to maybe not have Mr. Penske around the team? He's now around the series.
No, I mean, he never, like, he'd only turn up on race day anyway. Like, all the test days, it's exactly as it was for me, so it'll probably be different on race day.
Joey? Pato, last year you kind of, with Super Formula and that one race over in Europe, you kind of were behind a halo. You had to deal with that. How does, I know it's early days with the aero screen, but I mean, how does that kind of compare for you?
The halo, to be honest, you see around it identical to every other car that's been manufactured. Like the Super Formula, the Formula 2, it just, I guess your eyes just see around it. I don't really feel like, obviously if you're thinking about it like, oh, do I notice the halo? Obviously you'll see something, but usually when you're in the car, the last thing you're gonna think of is, oh, I can see his halo. And it's honestly not, that doesn't really bother me. What do you think?
Yeah,
We
don't even
the
know
eyes
it.
kind of just like
You don't
see
even
around it.
recognize the screen. I mean, you just, as soon as you're out there, you're focused on way up there, not like right here.
Yeah, and the screen, it eliminates some of the view that you have from like the near sides, but anywhere like in front and kind of around where you actually usually see, there's nothing different at all, which was pretty, to me it was impressive, because I mean, if you think about it, it's basically bulletproof glass, and you would probably think that you would see, or like the picture that you would be seeing through your eyes would be, yeah, a bit of distortion, but I'm not at all.
But the near side's not a concern just because you've got, the sense of the mirrors and things like that.
Yeah, you can see the mirrors, you can see clearly like who's beside you and everything. Just like in the lower parts where it bolts on,
Yeah.
there's
You lost
like
a little
less
bit.
view, but it's not like you're driving and you're looking there. So it's just, it makes you feel a bit more enclosed for sure. But your field of vision is, everything you have to see is perfectly clear.
Mayor?
What's it like trying to get in the car and then out of the car with the aero screen?
It's tougher.
It's yeah, maybe a little tougher. It's not real. I mean, because you got a lot to grab onto and
Okay.
get it out. I mean, yeah, maybe a little bit tougher, but easy.
Yeah, you kind of just go through it with it.
Yeah, you get better at it. Strengthen those muscles.
Nah,
I've been doing like this.
Joseph.
Yeah.
They're thinking of kind of enforcing the track limits a little bit more this year than they did when it was the Wild Wild West show last year.
Yeah.
How aware are you? How aware will you be of that when you get a chance to run here tomorrow and in the race?
Well, you get a penalty if you cross it. It'll be interesting to see what they do in the race.
Yeah.
Like if you get this many chances or how that will work. But yeah, they've got a line cut in there now, so if you trip it, your lap is not allowed. But in the race, I don't know what happens.
It's gonna be quite a bit slower. I remember last year I tried it once, and the difference of the difference of speed was at least like 30-40 miles an hour. It was quite a bit different.
I saw.
Yeah, it was a lot.
So which do you favor?
obviously, when you're in the car, the other one feels better, but it looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I mean, you have to follow where the track goes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think it's better for driving, honestly, if you have to do it.
And Will, this was one that had to sting you because you were dominating the
No,
race.
no.
I mean, do you think back to that and go, man, I had that
Yeah.
in my back pocket?
I know, yeah, it's, oh man, I've had a couple of them. I've had Barber, I don't know if that was 17 or 18, and it's a flat tire, leading, easy win.
Yeah.
And then I've had here, Portland, the gearbox on the first lap, I'm on pole, but yeah, man, you go through those ones. Usually you think you've got it, like when you've led that much, and you got one stop to go, it's very rare that you get something like that. You know, I guess over, you know, more than a 10-year career, something like that is going to happen to you at some point. So I've had my turn.
Question for Pato, Univisión Local. ¿Cómo te sientes ahora con el nuevo equipo, primero? Y si le diste una vuelta a la pista, ¿notaste que está repavimentada? ¿Cómo está a diferencia del año pasado?
Muy bien, digo, obvio, como no me ha tocado trabajar con ellos tanto, me tocó un poco en Sebring cuando probé en noviembre, pero es difícil decir ahorita el pavimento nuevo. Está definitivamente más, no suave, pero mucho menos gordo. El año pasado en la recta trasera, bajando a la curva 2, había demasiado límite en qué podíamos hacer con los niveles de los carros por pegar tanto. Entonces mañana nos vamos a dar cuenta, pero por ahora bien.
¿Y cómo te sientes regresando a Austin a pruebas y no en competencia?
Pues muy bien, a mí me encanta venir a Austin, no nada más la pista, pero la ciudad, los restaurantes, la gente. Me siento en casa, porque pues, me tocó vivir en San Antonio varios años. Sí.
¿Un sentimiento particular por esta pista?
Pues casa, es lo más cerca que tengo a casa, entonces sí, me encanta venir aquí.
¿Vienen de Monterrey, la gente verde?
Ojalá y vengan el siguiente año.
Gracias.
Sí.
David?
I was going to ask, going back to the track limit thing, do you think that turn 19 will, because you're braking heavier, it will become a potential passing zone?
I don't think it'll be much
you'll
different.
just understeer into the other car.
Yeah. I don't think it's quite a difficult corner because it's really difficult to get the front to work early.
Yeah.
So
it looks flat, but it feels like it falls off. Huh?
Yeah, on the way in. So it's not actually going to create any more. It's not going to change anything, honestly. It might get a little bit harder to be closer on it. Yeah.
Patrick. Will, can you update us on your push-up challenge?
Oh yeah, we just had a push-up challenge. I told Joseph if you do 75, I'll give you $75, and he did it. So they weren't the best form though. Look, I can do well over 200 in a workout, but 400 straight. He said he'd give me, no matter what, like if I ever do 400 straight, he'll give me $1,000. But I can tell you,
Oh, it's 10 grand.
I'm not doing that won't happen. I'm not going to put on that much weight and muscle to win that much when I could just focus on fitness and winning the championship or the 500 or races. That pays way more than the 10,000. So it's the first thing my trainer says, like, well, 10,000. He goes, well, how much it costs? How much do you get for a race win? I said, well, for bonus and prize money. I told him it's this. He's like, forget about the push-ups. Let's work on being fast.
But the satisfaction of taking Joseph's money has to be...
I'm still going to do it. Like, in an off-season, I'm going to do it. Like, next off-season, I think I'll start. The problem is you don't want to destroy your shoulders, but I'll get that $1,000. 400's a lot of push-ups.
400 straight?
Straight. It's a lot of push-ups.
There's no way.
How it started was I used to do 400 and something push-ups in a workout.
Yeah, but like
it was like
50
running and then 50, running 50, running 50. And I said, I used to do it. He goes, I don't believe it. There's no way in a million years you can do that. I'm like, no, I used to do that. Like legitimately, we would run 1K, 50 push-ups, 1K, 50 push-ups for 8K. it was a normal thing. It wasn't that hard. He didn't believe me. So I'll show him that for sure. I show him that you can definitely do like a.
What is the world record?
10,000.
How many push-ups you can?
10,000.
What?
Yeah, 10,000.
Push-ups?
Yeah.
In one time?
I don't know. It was
hours
one
would that
time.
take?
There's 10,000. He did.
Yeah, like no rest.
in a certain amount of time. I don't think it's that. I don't know what it is straight.
There's no way it's more than 500 push-ups. You think?
Yeah, well, 10,000 is the actual ultimate record, but I don't know what like one
But over the
like
course
just
of
straight.
in a day, 10,000.
I know you could definitely easily get to 200 straight because I've seen a guy do it.
Really?
Yeah. Well, just look up David Goggins. He does that 200 straight easy.
10,507.
Yeah.
1977.
Yeah.
And that's just in what, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours?
Consecutive.
Oh my god.
Consecutive. Yeah. And you guys are
Man.
this is impossible. Yeah.
10,507.
But actually, I think if you're shorter, it's way better because you don't have that long leverage. Yeah. No, it is.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, yeah. You could probably pull it off.
No, 400 push. No, I can probably get somewhere around like 60 or 80, but more than I can't do 200. No
Yeah.
way.
But in a workout, you could do 400. Yeah.
In a
Like
workout.
50, 50, 50, 50, 50. I did the other day. I was on the rower and I did like 30 to start, 500 meters, and I did that 7 times through. Every time, 30, 500, 30, 500, 30, 500. So it was 200 and some push-ups.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and you can do it. Like in a workout, that's quite easy. But to do them straight,
I should go on board in a workout with Will.
yeah, you should do one of my workouts, man. They're good. Joseph would tell you otherwise.
Yeah, Joseph is all about like the medical, like
Oh,
power
my
endurance.
God.
Let me give you the on-track
He is pretty jacked though.
He's very jacked.
Yeah.
on-track schedule for tomorrow, 9 to noon, so 3 hours there, then 12:30 to 6 o'clock. So 8.5 hours.
Well, and about 6.5 will be wet, so
Yeah, you think?
hope not.
Oh.
It will be too cold. We'll get there. We all like today. We all got out to pit lane and we're like, we're not going to let you run. Oh, why
Yes,
did
but
you
you have
say
to
that
be-
we were going to go green at 1:30? Sit in the car. It's like, nah.
Yeah,
So-
you have to be smashing the brakes pretty hard to get heat into it.
Yeah.
Without it, then you are just gonna be dancing on top of the road.
Oh yeah, that's
Well,
fun,
you
man.
know
Did you have some moments?
If they still do $1 million
Yeah.
prize for, is there going to be $1 million
That has
prize
not
for
been announced.
someone that gets pole and
That has not been announced.
Yeah.
What,
there's a-
what was the prize?
You lost
I think it was
$100,000.
I think it was 100,000.
Yeah. Oh, I was going to be
Oh,
like
that's
$1 million.
right.
That gearbox. And yellow, more than anything, the yellow.
Everybody has seen Will mad. You can just see his eyes through his helmet.
I've beaten up many a person.
I heard you can fight, huh? I heard you can fight.
Every year at
push-ups.
Toronto, he used to chase Dari.
Yeah, he'd run away. I was
Yeah.
like, come on.
Every year.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Maybe in the car, maybe not.
I hope-
Yeah, I hope we're in the car.
doing push-ups.